College football, the dream of every kid in America, the reality for very few. What does it take, and what is the experience like? Today I'll be sharing with you guys the experience of a walk-on, what the grind really is. Alright, what is up guys? I'm very excited to bring you guys today's video, the truth about being a walk-on, more specifically, this mental health side about being a college walk-on. So, if you guys don't know me, my name is Jack Goodman. This is my second year at Eastern Michigan University. I play football as my sport, and yes, I am a walk-on. So, let's get started. So first, I want to undercover what a walk-on really is, so you guys know exactly the basis of it. So, walk-on is the same as a scholarship player. I'm on the team. I go to every practice, I go to games, you know, everything that a regular player does that gets money, that gets a scholarship, except I don't get that money. So scholarship players get, I believe it's monthly checks. I think there's 8. They don't get paid like some months of the summer maybe. But there's 8 checks that they get monthly. It is different at every college based on your living environment and your the living cost of where your college is. So I don't want to spit out details to you guys so you guys get the wrong information, but it is quite a lot of money if you're gonna ask me, and you get it monthly, and it's to pay for rent, to pay for living expenses, so food, the bills, other things such as clothes. So scholarship players get this check monthly 8 times a year, and we don't. So I have no income coming in to pay for things like rent, food, and such other things. Scholarship players also get their books and school paid for, whereas me, a walk-on, I don't. Things like $60 books for textbooks for class, they get for free, while I gotta pay for them. And then same thing with school. I have a monthly check that comes in that I have to write to the school and pay for my classes, pay for my credited semesters, while scholarship players do not have to pay for that. So I believe that really covers the differences between walk-ons and scholarship players. Just think about the regular scholarship players you see day to day. Walk-ons are the same exact thing, except they are not getting the money that the scholarship players get. So now you guys know a little bit about what walk-on is. I'm going to let you guys know about how this affects my mental health. Now, this story pertains to me, and this does not cover everyone in America that is a walk-on. This is not their experience. This is not their mental health struggles or breakthroughs, but this is my story, my experience, and yeah, I want to share that with you guys. So while we're on the topic of money, I'll explain to you guys how money affects my mental health as being a walk-on. Right now, I'm working a part-time job, full-time schedule of school, and a full-time schedule of football. We just started spring practices, 4 hours a day, 6 times a week, and I also have to work some shifts a week, and I also have school as well, which is 12 credit hours or something, 13 credit hours, something like that. And yeah, it gets really, really stressful because everything piles up. Assignments have those due dates that stay. Work has those shifts that I gotta do. And then obviously practice, I also gotta go to every practice giving it my 100% effort every single day, every single rep. And all that adds up and can get pretty stressful. So for work, I work locally at a gym, and it's not very taxing, but I mean, a lot of days I go straight from practice to work, stand on my feet and clean for another 4 or 5 hours, and my body doesn't get the rest that it sometimes needs and that a lot of other players get. This adds up. It builds stress on my body, builds stress on my mind, and sometimes it gets to be a lot. Same with schoolwork. Working a lot and, you know, being a full-time athlete, I put a lot of time into those two things, but I also have needs for school. I need to study a lot. I need to make sure I'm keeping my grades up because I want to be a graduate student. I want to get a PhD one day, which requires a very, very high GPA. I'm top 10 academically right now. I think I have a 3.8 GPA, and that requires a lot of time and effort into schoolwork, which sometimes, due to my financial situation and me working, I do not have. So my time management skills have to be perfect at all times in order for me to be successful in my athletics, my academics, and my financials, putting money on the table. Although this is very hard for me at times, it really just takes a strong mental mindset in order to push past all the stress that builds up. Because here's how I think of it. One day, all this hard work is going to pay off. One day, I'm going to get that scholarship. I'm not going to have to work and grind for days on days at a time, hours on hours at a time, going from practice straight to work. One day, that is not going to happen because I will earn a scholarship because of my hard work. Every time I think about this, I push past the stress. I push past the hard times. And, that just keeps me moving forward every day. Whether or not I have a bad day, I just know someday it's going to be better. So that touched on the financial parts of being a walk-on and the mental health that brings along with that. Now I want to talk to you guys about the football side of things, about being a walk-on. What mental health challenges do I face as a walk-on in football compared to other scholarship athletes? Yes, walk-ons get the equal opportunity that scholarship players get when it comes to attending practices, attending camps, gear, anything you could think of that college football players get. It is pretty much the same between scholarship players and walk-ons. The only thing I really struggle with in football is when can I start? When can I get my playing time? When can I show off my skills? And I just sometimes will think, it's not coming. Is the day gonna come that I get that scholarship? Is the opportunity gonna come that I'll be able to showcase my skills? Because it's hard. I mean, there's 130 guys I'm competing with every day, and some days might be a bad day, and I think maybe I'm just not meant for this. Some days will be a bad day, and I'll be like, there goes my shot, man. And it's hard. It's very stressful thinking. Whenever I think about football, I just think about that scholarship, that money, and everything ties back to that scholarship. Whether it's football, financials, school, everything I'm doing is for the scholarship. And when I struggle in football or have a bad day, my mind goes straight to, maybe I'm not going to get that scholarship, man. Maybe that blows my chance. And it does take a toll on my mental health sometimes. And sometimes I think to myself, am I good enough for this? Am I good enough to play at this level and earn a scholarship? And sometimes I've thought about quitting. I've thought about giving up my dream. But really, it just comes back to that mindset of I believe in myself and that I can do it, and that I can push through. And one day I'll make it with all this hard work and adversity. Because I've been through a lot before college, and a lot of people told me I couldn't, even through high school, I couldn't play D1. I couldn't go D1. And I did. I proved them wrong. And I'm taking this mindset into getting that scholarship, proving them wrong that I can actually do this. Yeah, just knowing one day I'll make it out on top. So, is it worth it being a walk-on in college? For me, yes, it is worth it. So far, my experience has been nothing but amazing. I've been to a bowl game down in Alabama, so I got to travel with the team. It was an amazing experience. I enjoyed every second of it. I also have very supporting and helpful parents that are helping me pay for college. So they're helping me pay for tuition, and they're helping me pay rent a little bit. And soon, that will not happen. They only have a limited amount of money for that, which is also a reason why I'm working, but I'm very grateful for that. If you don't have that support system, whether it be supporting parents telling you to chase your dreams or supporting parents helping you pay a little bit, I would say evaluate your beliefs. If you wanted to become a walk-on, if you have that drive and that passion, no matter what, I believe you should be a walk-on if it is what you want to do. But at the end of the day, you got to come to make that decision. And my decision, I stand by it. Every day I'm glad I made the decision. So yeah. So if you want to be a walk-on, if you want to chase your dreams and go D1, I believe in you. You better believe in yourself. And let's make this happen. Together we will, get the money, chase our dreams, and have a successful life. I appreciate you guys checking in with me today, learning about my story, learning about my experience as a walk-on, and the things that I deal with, the stress I deal with, the hard times I deal with in order to get through it. I appreciate you guys listening to that, and you get to learn a little bit about me. But anyways, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, do what you got to do. I want this video to reach as many people as possible so people know that the walk-on life really isn't that bad, and that if you have a great mindset, you will make it through. But yeah, so like, subscribe, and join the Goody Gang. I'll catch you guys in the next one.